Welcome back everyone to another edition of Wilhelm's Weather Why. Today's video is going to focus on fall foliage. As we get into the month of October, fall foliage is one of those things that we typically enjoy, especially during the second half of the month. Now, during the first half of the month, though, all the warm weather that eastern Ohio and western Pennsylvania experienced did slow down the progress of the foliage somewhat. So during the first half of the month, color pretty much in the patchy category. But of course, despite how warm October is ending up being, we expect peak colors to occur right around the time that they usually do in our area. That would be mostly in the third and fourth weeks of October. Why do leaves change colors? Well, it's all about chlorophyll. This is what gives most leaves their green color. Well, as we get into the fall season and the days start getting shorter, we lose the sunlight. That chlorophyll is depleted within the leaves, and so other pigments other than green can start to show up. The best colors occur when we have a combination of weather factors, mostly sunny and dry days and cool and crisp nights. Now, we've had plenty of dry weather for September and early October, but we haven't had a lot of real cool nights just yet during the first half of October, and so that means that this year's colors could be a little bit more muted as a result. If we had more widespread cold weather, especially at night during late September and early October, it would be somewhat of a better show. But nonetheless, the leaves will change colors, the leaves will fall, and a lot of us will be raking and piling up those leaves as we head deeper into the fall season. Leaves can weigh a lot. Well, the average oak tree has 20,000 leaves on it. Well, most of those leaves, of course, are going to fall. So 1 pound of leaves is about 360 dry leaves, and so one oak tree with that many leaves on it can produce 550 pounds of leaves, and that's when they're dry. If the leaves are wet, well, they're of course a lot heavier, so you can multiply that number by 4 if all those leaves are wet. So a mature oak tree can produce a lot of leaves, and if they get wet, it is backbreaking work to rake them up, that is for sure. Some weather hazards relating to fall weather, especially when the leaves start to drop during rain events, heavy rain events in the fall. We want people to make sure they're taking it slow. If there's a lot of leaves on the road surface, it can make for a slippery surface, not unlike a little coating of snow. 40-mile-per-hour speed limit. If you're going that speed, average stopping distance on a dry road, about 80 feet, but you can double that if the road is wet, and if the road is wet and has leaves on it, well, the stopping distance is all the way up to 250 feet. So just as you would in the winter when we have a little bit of wintry precipitation, if it's a heavy rain event and there's leaves covering the roadway, you got to keep your speed down because it'll take you a while to come to a stop if you need to.